Hello and welcome to ExcelDashboardTemplates.com. This is Steve equals True. Please visit my blog at ExcelDashboardTemplates.com so you're sure to get the latest posts, tips, tricks, and techniques. Learn everything about Excel dashboards. Okay, today we have answers to a recent Friday challenge. We had two great submissions, one from Pete and one from Don. The question was, the user said, can I use a pick list or a drop-down list to change from both sales to show the chart in sales or to show the chart as a percentage? So I had a different take than Pete and Don, so I wanted to just kind of highlight theirs today, and then in the next post I'll show you how I went about solving this issue. Alright, so here's what Pete did, is he took my data, so it's just over here, and you can see he's got no vertical axis, and he said, why don't I just do data labels on top of this? This is an awesome solution, and look, I do revenue, there's the revenue amount, the title changes, I can do percentage as well. If I click on this title, you'll see it equals cell C14, which is right over here. So this is how it's going to either show revenue or percentage. And then let's see how he went about doing this. I'm going to go up to my formulas bar. I'm going to go to my name manager, and you'll see that he has a named range called chart range, and this is an offset formula where based on your choice in that pick list, he's either going to choose column C or column D for his data, and that's what he's ultimately going to plot. So I thought that was an awesome way to go about doing it, Pete, so thank you very much for that submission. Now there is one issue that I see you might have with making this your solution. It works great for small sets of data. If you had a lot of columns, let's say you had 50 columns or 25 columns all in the same chart, having data labels on top of each one of those columns for either percentage or dollars, especially revenue. Notice revenue is going to get rather large. If these were small columns and lots of them, the data labels just might not be the best choice in that instance. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at Don's solution and how he did it. So Don here, he has the same kind of chart, and if I choose the data validation of either percent or revenue, notice that the vertical axis is now back, and if I change that, it changes from dollars to percents. Here's your data over here. So I wanted to see how Don went about doing this, and I clicked on the chart, and lo and behold, let's go ahead and take a look at our ribbons. This is a picture. See, it says picture tools here, and it says format this picture. So this is not an actual chart here. Well, it is, but what we're seeing is a picture or a linked picture of two different charts. So let's go ahead and take a look at what Don did. So you'll see over here on a charts tab, you can download the file from ExcelDashboardTemplates.com. He's got two charts. He's got one chart for the revenue, which is going to be using the output in column B on the other tab, and then percentages column C. So he's got two different charts. It's kind of fooling you as a user that thinking that this is an actual chart. And what he's doing is, see, this is linked, if we go up to the formula bar here, this is linked to a named range called this chart. Let's go up to our formula ribbon, go over to our name manager. Let's take a look at this this chart. So this chart range, what if I can expand this here, this is saying we're going to choose whatever is in this cell output of N1, so the output worksheet, cell N1, whatever is in there. If this is a 1, we're going to choose percent. If it's a 2, we're going to choose revenue. So just using a simple choose formula. Let's escape out of those and let's take a look at this percent formula. It is saying it is on the charts worksheet. It is cell E20 through L35. And look at that, E20 through L35. You can see the dancing ants. That is going to choose this as the current range when you choose percent. If I choose revenue, click in the revenue of what it refers to. Look at that, it refers to charts worksheet E3 through L18. And so based on the choice that you have, let's go back to the output tab. And so right over here in N1, it's saying, hey, if F1 equals percent, then put a 1 in here. If it is not equal to percent, then just put a 2. So that's where you're going to get your choose function of 1 or 2. So this is going to be 1, and this is going to be 2, so that you get the different charts. Now, how did he do this linked picture? Well, One easy way to do it is you can just insert a picture and then change the range that it's equal to. So let me show you how about doing that right now. So I'm just going to go anywhere in my chart. I'm going to go up to my insert ribbon, going to click on pictures, going to find a random picture. This is the one I did for the Friday challenge. I'm going to hit insert, and look, so we've got this picture in here. If I click on it, you get the picture formatting ribbon. But I can just go in here and change this range and make this range equal to something. I can make a name like Don did, or I can just come and highlight a range and hit my enter key. And look at that, my picture now has an exact copy. It is linked. If I change this value, notice it changes the value in my linked picture. If I change this to hello, you will see hello show up in my linked picture. Now, let's say I want to just actually make this equal to one of those charts. I'm just going to go ahead and hit equals. I'm going to go over to my charts tab, and I'm going to highlight this range of E3 through L18. Hit enter. Look at that. It's going to expand and create a picture just like we had already did. So it doesn't matter about the size. It will resize for you, and it becomes dynamic of whatever is in that range that you're seeing over on that other sheet. So once again, Don, I want to say thanks very much for doing your submission. Now, this one might have a different type of scaling problem than Pete's. So you want to come back tomorrow and see my solution. The different scaling problem that this has, every time you create a linked picture, it just chews up resources in Excel. Had an amazing file I was trying to create, had lots of linked pictures in it, and since this is dynamic and it's going to always look and see, has something changed over here in our values, so that I can go look at the picture and redraw it. The more and more you have of those linked pictures, your Excel spreadsheet will change because it has to constantly repaint this picture every time you change any cell. So different kind of scaling problem that you might run into if you make this your choice and you have a lot of these linked pictures in your spreadsheet. So once again, I want to say thanks to everybody who did submissions. Come back in my next video where I'll show you how I solved this using one chart, no linked pictures, and it did have a vertical axis, and there was only one series in the chart. So kind of a little trick, but I'll show you that in the next video blog. Thanks, and see you soon.